story begins with a girl running through the snow and trying to get away. It's cold, it's very dark, and there's blood on the ground. It's trailing behind her. Just as fast as she breaks through the snow, it's set there. She's leaving a trail. And, well, she's cold. She's tired. And she's on the run. But exactly what is she running from? She's running from her past. Now, hello everybody. This is Kirusho here. And yes, I am quite aware that I am fucking up the schedule I have set for What Ifs. But I felt like putting this one out. And yeah, this will be my 5th video for tonight. I'm going to try and post a 6th one after this. Then I'm gonna be taking a little bit of a break. Now, with that being said, let us begin. Now, Black Widow. I am quite aware that she takes place in Russia. That is where the Red Room originated from. Now, let us start with Hisashi and Inko Midoriya. Hisashi, he is having a bit of trouble. Currently, right now, him and Inko are having a lot of difficulties with money. And Hisashi's work, their business has just been bought out. And the company who bought it simply fired Hisashi, causing him to look for more work. Now, he is worried. Right now, not a lot of places in Japan will hire him because of his work. He works as an office guy. That's it. So, he's been looking around more and more and more until he found a company that will hire him. Problem is, it's in Russia. And relocating is gonna be tricky. However, Inko, she does agree. If it's the best thing to do right now, then she will do it. And it's gonna be quite easy. As they pack up their bags, say goodbye to Mitsuki and Bakugo's dad, and simply move. Now, after arriving in Russia, Hisashi and Inko, they do get settled in, learning more about the local area. And actually, finding it to be quite nice. The place is cold, however, and it does snow, so it's not too different from their normal home. And Hisashi does get his job, and his pay raise, since it's going to be paying almost double what he originally made at his other work. Hisashi and Inko quickly settling in. Until one day, they eventually decide to start their family. And Midoriya is born. Now, Inko's quirk is different. Hisashi's is not. Her quirk, it is a form of a toxin. She can secrete it through her sweat, or, well, her body fluids. And if she makes contact with you, or makes you come into contact with it, it can hurt. However, Midoriya, or Izuki's, is going to be a lot different. Whenever she is born, the doctor can quickly tell that she is already different. Her hair, instead of being just like her father's or her mother's, it does show a bit of a slight mutation. Apparently, it is going to be red. And this is already somewhat of a flag for a quirk, a physical difference in the person's hair. Now, this will come into play later on, as we do have Izuki. They begin to test her for a quirk, even though she was only a baby. And they quickly try and find out more and more information. However, they do not come up with a lot of different things. They come up short. Until she is closer to the age of 4, and she is beginning to manifest her abilities, talking with and learning a bit of things about the kids here. She isn't really looked at as any different. However, her parents are. They simply think that she was born here and adopted. Some kids trying to make fun of her for it, while others, or at least adults, know the truth. It is a form of mutation. At least, that's what they think. Now, eventually, one day, while she's playing with the other kids, she actually shows off her quirk. Whenever she makes physical contact with another child, and actually taps them. With all of them running around all day, she had to wipe off some of her sweat. Someone tagged her, then she quickly spun around and tagged them, with it on top of her palm. It went flying and made contact with their skin. As soon as it did, the kid immediately just fell to the ground, going limp. This actually surprising her. She thinks that she hit the kid a bit too hard. Until the kid starts to cry, and just shouting that he can't move, he can't move. This actually surprising her, as she is trying to think for one single minute. What to do, until she runs inside and starts to talk with teachers, trying to explain what is going on. And they eventually get the kid up. After a bit of time, and Izuki was taken to the quirk doctor. The doctor quickly explaining that her quirk is actually a very, very good one, and it is fairly unique. Them explaining that it appears that her daughter has a form of her own quirk, however slightly different. It appears that her body fluids, if you can come into contact with them, then they begin to act like a spider's bite. It can cause paralysis, or we believe in certain doses could possibly kill. Along with that, the toxins or the chemicals in your daughter's bloodstream, they seem to be fairly unique. And from running a hair and DNA sample, it seems like that is just it. If you were to take a piece of her hair and somewhat jab it into your skin, it appears that this may be an antidote or a form of it. So, if this ever does happen again, simply keep some of her hair saved up, since the chemical released in it should help out. Now, Enko is actually a bit more surprised by this. Her daughter's quirk is more dangerous than her own. However, it does help to explain some things. And it is fairly curious. Now, Izuki is still cautious about her quirk, knowing that it's only whenever she sweats or whenever she exposes body fluids to other people. Things like her spit, her tears, and her blood. So, she's like a spider. That is actually very cool. However, she does only give out the basics of her quirk. She can do things sort of like a spider. Her trying to leave it at that. Whenever other kids do try and push her about it, she simply just doesn't say anything. Now, now, Izuki, she has been trying to learn about her quirk for the last couple months. It's manifested just after her 4th birthday. And in the next oncoming months, it has just been more and more difficult to try and figure out. Try and learn and master, since she does not want to hurt other people. And, surprise, surprise, it is in the middle of winter. And eventually, her dad does decide to take her out, along with her mother. They're going to go have a family dinner at a very special place. Izuki loves this place. It's her favorite place to go to for her birthday, for Christmas, anywhere really. It is amazing. And they only ever go there on special occasions, like for holidays. Today is a very special occasion. However, they do need to be careful. The road is icy, and accidents do happen. Now, while on the way there, this is whenever an accident happens. While on the road at an intersection, Hisashi's brakes, they fail. And Hisashi thinks that they're sliding into traffic due to the ice on the road. As he does go to try and swerve the car, swerving it to the right. Meanwhile, a car slams directly into it. It was a heavy truck. It wasn't an 18-wheeler, but it was larger than their vehicle. Whenever the car slammed into them, it was going roughly about pretty high speeds. And their car got sent flying off of the road. And they almost tumbled, as they got sent smashing into the side of the road. And 911 was called. Or I'm not sure. I was going to say the Russian equivalent to 911, but I'm trying to think about what numbers that would be. Anyways, now, a couple days later, this is whenever Izuki wakes up in the hospital, a bit confused and surprised. As she wakes up, she is told by one of the doctors that she is very lucky to be alive. After the accident, they were very worried. As she is then told that things were a bit dicey for a while, but they were able to get everything back in a proper place. And it is going to be a bit of time before she is ready to move again, or at least get back on her feet permanently. Now, the doctor does leave and begin to talk with some people. Now, Izuki, she isn't too, worried about herself, asking questions about her mother and her father. As the KGB, they do come into the room, and they inform Izuki that they will take her to her mother and her father. They have them in custody, and they are going to be helping her with a few things. To which she leaves with them. The doctor, he wants to retaliate or even say anything, but he keeps his mouth shut. Whenever she walks by him, she sees the look on his face. He's simply just staring at his shoes. And he's not smiling. He's frowning. Her being very confused by that. And being taken away in a very, very big car. Until they eventually arrive at the Department X facility. And she is told that from today forth, she is going to be participating in a very, very special program. In fact, they are quite surprised about her quirk. It fits perfectly with their initiative. She is going to be in the Black Widow program. Now, she's kinda confused about all this, asking exactly when can she see her parents, and where are they? To which the men simply explain that her parents are still healing, and that they are going to be asleep for a bit of time. Before she is introduced to a man by the name of Ivan Petrakov, or Ivan Petrovich. I believe it's proper. If I'm remembering it correctly, it's one of those two. Now, she is introduced to this man, and being told that for now he will be informing her and taking her around the facility, and showing her what is going to be happening. As she walks around, and sees exactly what this place is. This place is very huge, and it's kind of weird. She sees many other children running around and walking around. Along with that, she does actually ask one question to Ivan. Ask him exactly what is she doing here. To which he just says that she is very special, and that they are going to work on making her a superhero. This actually surprising her. Her asking exactly what does he mean. To which he goes on to state that it is very simple. They have a little program specially made for her. She is going to be the Black Widow. One of them, at least. They are going to make everyone here into proper superheroes and work on doing what they need to. Now, Izuki is actually very confused, asking exactly can she be a hero even with her weird quirk. To which the man simply gets onto his knees and tells this little girl that of course she can be a hero. Anyone can be. It's a matter of the fact of how you use that power. And they are going to make that power something she can be proud of. Something she can stand tall and properly say she has. Now don't look so down. This is, of course, going to be the best thing that ever happened to you. How about this? I've heard that you like a special place in town. If you can at least wear a smile and do what they ask you to, I will get you your favorite dish. How about that? I heard you were going out for it. Your dad told me. Her actually a bit excited. The man knows her father, and he's at least knows her favorite place. So she actually does agree, as the man simply takes her into a room, one that is red. And she's actually a bit weird by it. It doesn't really feel right. It kind of feels a bit weird, especially with the way everyone is acting. As all of the kids here are simply told by someone that they're all here for one special reason. They're all here because they seek to be better. They seek to be stronger. They seek to be smarter. And we will do that for you. However, each one of you is going to face your own specialized challenges. And whoever overcomes them will prove to be the strongest. Some of you were handpicked. Some of you were found. Others were simply chosen. Now, these chosen few are the only ones we really see passing through our program. So, best of luck to all of you, as this person simply just leaves. and they begin to go through training. As Izuki begins to learn ballet, after changing into an outfit. Now, that is what she remembers at least. With that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing night. And yes, I'm quite aware this is throwing a wrench in my schedule. I will figure all of that out later. I kinda just wanted to record part 1 of this. Anyway guys, I do hope you guys enjoyed.